Hello, everybody. My name is Alan DeCarlo, and I am the Pickerington High School North Theater Director. I'm going on my 10th year in education and 10th year of being the theater department drama director. I picked this profession because theater has been a huge part of my life ever since I was probably about 5 years old, I think, was my first show. So I'm about to be 34, so that's almost, what is that, 29 years? So yeah, I've been doing theater ever since I can truly remember, and it's been the best gift, I think, on this planet. So some background education and training is I went to Northern Kentucky University, where I majored in musical theater with a minor in dance about 150 pounds ago. So I devoted my life to theater at a very early age, and I knew that I wanted to major in musical theater. So some of the training of what that looks like is you go in, you learn specific genres of musical theater, you study some historical pieces of play scripts, and you kind of like pick those apart, and you really start to develop like an understanding of what a playwright intends for the message of a specific show to be. My job as a director is to train actors to make it believable to the audience, and all of this is storytelling. So it is my job to make it believable that an actor is doing their job by truly diving in and telling the deep message of what the playwright intends for the show to be. And some other training is that I had to do a lot of directing. And again, that's a lot of like picking apart like a script and the underlying message and subtext of what specific lines are intended to mean. My dance training was pretty extensive. I had to take ballet, tap, jazz, modern 1, modern 2, ballet 2, musical theater, tap 2. So I did that for about 4 years in undergrad. I absolutely loved every single minute of it, and it's really been truly a blessing for me to be a part of the theater world. They're definitely my family, and you'll start to realize that in theater, the world becomes very small because you start to know everyone truly. Certain skills or education that was important to me. I think that the play script section of that is pretty important. You want to start to really get to know all kinds of theater. There are experimental theater, which is going to be a little bit avant-garde, underground, a little different than your sing-song, flashy musicals, which relied on very like minimal sets and minimal lights, and pretty much you just have a stage and then you have the actor. So the actor audience, and there you go, that's theater. It was pretty awesome. So a typical day for me now is I teach 6 classes. I teach 4 of those courses, and that is Theater 1, which is a lot of theater history, which I love. It's like Greek and Roman theater. I dabble into Renaissance theater and Italian theater, Shakespeare. And then I teach Theater 2, which is a little more of that play script. So we'll read plays, watch film, focusing a little more on like acting styles and methods of acting. And then I have 2 other courses, which are our independent actor studio courses. And those are basically, you take all the skills that you learned in Theater 1 and Theater 2, and then you develop that into create your own show. And I typically allow the students to create their own entire show. Typically it's a musical, and they will develop their own choreography, their own scenes, and their own like music harmonies and all that. So that's pretty fun. Everyone kind of wants to be in that class. Great. The best part of my job is working with kids. I love seeing, and I'm so fortunate because I teach 7th through 12th grade. And what I love the best is seeing a student in 7th grade and then versus their graduation day, and just the growth of how people change and talent. And if you really listen, you really can do amazing things. So that's truly the blessing of what I get to do. Most challenging, okay. So being in the high school theater, the director does everything. They do it all. They oversee the budget. They oversee the choreographers. They oversee the marketing, the costuming. So really, it's super challenging to kind of do all of that on top of teaching. So you have your work day, which is, training kids to be performers. And then you have your after school stuff, which is typically the show or shows plural. And we typically do about 5 shows a year. And then you really have to market that accordingly and pay attention to your budget and you don't go over. And the ultimate goal is that you make money. So that's the most challenging part because it kind of sometimes takes away from the classroom stuff and then you're there forever. Yeah. And if I could have my dream job, honestly, totally gonna sound cliche, but I already have it. So this is my dream job. I love the schedule. I love the kids. I love what I teach. I love my content. It's been a true gift, really, for me. And I'm truly blessed. And another kind of side note is that I actually am teaching in the community that I grew up in. So it's been a true honor to give back to the community that I was raised in. Would love to answer any questions if anyone has any. Thanks a lot for having me and enjoy the rest of summer. Take care. Bye.